Hi guys and welcome to the JKT Radio Podcast episode 39, where my brain is slowly spiraling into an uncontrollable rage. I am joined by other rage hosts, Devin.
Well, hey.
And Chris.
Uh-huh.
And McBride.
Ah!
See, I didn't mean to actually make a noise, but then I realized I didn't have sounds in my head. Wait.
You need sounds in your head. We don't want the space to be filled with that scary photo.
No!
There's no silence allowed on the podcast anymore unless it's called for silence. Otherwise the photo will come back.
Otherwise, terrifying things happen.
Which is going to be interesting because, for a bit of context, we are recording this the day after we recorded the last one.
They didn't need to know that.
Well, they do now.
They didn't need to know that. That's a secret. That's a trade secret.
Cat has come to say hello.
Hello, kitty. I am sorry if you guys hear, like, squeaking like a window being cleaned. That's Dumont
Oh, is
cleaning
she
the window with her
glass?
claws.
Yeah, is she window waving?
She's looking for more food.
Yeah, usually if
course.
they're waving, if they're window surfing, it usually means they want something or they're being little shits. Or both.
Both. This is Dumont, so always
It's always
both.
both, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, out of the
I
bag.
did just feed her like maybe half an hour ago.
Out of the back. Oops, I bumped the mic. I hope that didn't pick up very loud noises.
That's okay.
Do we have any interesting topics? I know last time we talked about Venom and the Venom.
Well,
Venom is that
I-
masterpiece.
And more venom.
I have been doing I hyperfixate on things, which is no new subject, but I've now been hyperfixating on looking up medieval clothing terms and sword fighting.
Sword fighting is fun.
Sword fighting is fun.
Sword fighting is
Medieval clothing is bullshit.
Well,
I actually
because like
took
every
fencing
time I
in
go
high
to,
school, funny enough.
I am so fucking jealous.
We are jealous.
I did that Academy Duello stuff.
I wanted to learn.
Ooh, yeah,
I've
that
wanted
would
to
be
learn
fun.
archery since I was like 9 years old, because
Duello does do archery.
Mm-hmm.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I've been wanting to learn archery since I was 9 years old when I watched fucking Inuyasha for the first time. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, you didn't have to go to outdoor school. You didn't learn archery.
Yeah.
No! I've been to fucking 7 different schools and none of them were outdoors.
No, here on the North Shore, you're actually required to go to outdoor school,
Mhm.
which is, it's like, I think, a week in grade 3 or 4 and another week in grade, what is it, 7?
Yeah.
6?
If only I had been rich and on this side of the country.
I was
at
gonna
that
say,
time.
doesn't that sound hoity-toity?
Yeah.
It's actually, oh, and once in grade 4 as well for Big House. It's part
Big
of
House,
the
yeah.
Squamish Nation thing. It's part of the Squamish Nation thing here.
Oh, okay.
If only I had
That's
been on
the
this side of the
reason.
country at that time.
Yeah, and Big House is a lot different. You actually are everyone. It's not separated by sex.
Yeah.
Is in the big house, and you all get your so-called tribe name and all that.
Yeah, I think I was
Uh,
Thunderbird.
You're Thunderbird. I wanted a cool animal name, and I didn't get one.
Yeah.
I got supposedly a name of super high respect, but I was just disappointed I didn't get an animal.
It's like, yeah, that's
I
nice.
was-
Could I be like a snow leopard or something?
It's like,
I wanted to be like, we had like a chart of like what all these things meant. I can't remember what it was, the wording they used, because I'm bad at languages, but I do know I was Cedar Girl, which is like super high respect. I was
huh.
really respected. I was like, I wanted to
But
be
I'm not
like
an
wolf or
animal.
something, or orca. It's not an animal. It's very sad. But in outdoor school, there's a bunch of different activities. You learn canoeing.
Archery.
Archery is a big one.
Yeah, that was fun. I remember
If
that.
you go if your school makes you go during spawning season, you actually have to catch the fish.
Yep.
The full spawn salmon. By the way, those things bite and they're assholes.
Yeah, holy crap.
Yeah, and since it's far enough up the mountain, they are fully spawned. Their teeth and mouths are huge.
Yeah.
They're scary.
Jesus.
And they throw you in the water with these giant boots and a net and these fish that are like bigger than most of you, because most of the time you're under the age of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty hardcore. I remember having a lot of fun there.
My foot got cut open, infected, and swelled.
Oh.
I mean, that just sounds like
no.
you normal Kira week, though.
Yeah. As that was just. The thing is, though, I was so cold. I didn't notice it till like the day before we left because it was so cold. So we went like late fall. I always
yeah.
kept my woolly socks on. I never took my socks off, except the last day. I took my socks off because it was getting really hard for me to walk,
Oh, yeah.
and it was just a balloon. I was like,
Did I ever tell you guys about how
Oh.
the first time I remember getting tonsillitis at summer camp and they just told me it was like nothing?
Wow. What smarty pants?
I went, yeah, because so basically I had gone to Rockridge as part of a youth group, which is up near Penticton, I think, or I think it's Penticton, something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, I went up to Rockridge and like my throat started hurting in like the back, which I now recognize as tonsillitis, but I hadn't had tonsillitis since I was very young, and I used to have I used to get it really bad, but never bad enough and often enough that they would remove them. But I remember, like, it was just like my throat was really hurting, and I could never understand why. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I was just like, oh, my throat hurts. Oh, it hurts to swallow. Oh, what is happening? And I would go to the doctor, or like to like what they had on site as the doctor.
the nurse.
Yeah, and they just gave me like they didn't have anything else they could do for me. They didn't tell me it was tonsillitis. They didn't tell me it was anything. They just gave me Tylenol, or it wasn't even Tylenol. It was ibuprofen.
Oh.
And so I just suffered, and we were there for a week, and I got about halfway through the trip, and by the end of the trip, like, I was just drinking like just tea, like constantly drinking like hot tea to like help soothe the throat. Like I was having a lot of fun. That was how I had to, if I've ever told the story about having to jump off of a 40-foot tall telephone pole that I didn't want to do to begin with, but then I wound up being the mom friend and convincing my friend who had convinced me to go up there to jump off.
Mom friend moments are great.
Oh yeah, it was the mom friend override. But
Yep.
yeah, and I was still I was suffering from tonsillitis that entire time. Went home. Mom took me to the doctor. They got me on amoxicillin for the first time. I'm like, oh, you mean I didn't have to suffer?
Oh,
They-
No. Yeah, that's another thing I remembered at outdoor school. There's like the skill building activities.
Yeah.
And it was really awkward because my elementary school only had 20 people to a grade.
Oh yeah.
So usually there was 2 schools at once, but because you're separated into groups and they separate you so like it's an even amount of schools, it was like I think maybe 5 of us versus like 15 to 20 of them because there was over 100 of them in that grade. So it's like really awkward. And it's like, yes, here's a I think it's a 12-foot wall that's it's completely flat, and you all have to get on top of the wall because it's like a little alcove there.
Yeah.
You all have to get on top of it by helping each other.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like really awkward. Like these people we barely know. Our five, we were just like really smart because we looked at it. We looked at our one person because we had one of our big athletes, and we're like, "You're going last," and he's like, "Yep," because we knew, the 5 of us knew, he can jump that wall. He can jump and grab the top of that wall, and then we can hoist him up. And we were arguing over who to send up. They were like, we should send a muscly person up to send them up and pull up.
Kira.
And no, yeah, that's exactly what happened. It's like, no, we're sending up this person, this tiny 4.5-foot child. And they're like, no.
Yeah.
Counselors are saying no, that's a bad idea, and everyone's like,
Just wait.
Just wait.
yes, just trust us.
It's like all of that
So they
muscle, all of that body mass is just pure fucking muscle and rage.
Yeah.
There's no fat. There is no fat. It is just muscle.
Like if Kira were not a bard, you would be a freaking gnome. You would be like a gnome or a halfling barbarian.
Yeah.
Ooh. But yeah, we were outvoted, so we started hoisting people up. Halfway through, they realized that yes, that was a problem because I just hoisted one person up by myself. Just straight up.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going now.
Have I ever told the story about how though I had to climb the telephone pole
I don't think you
Yes.
have. Or have you?
No, yes.
on the
yes.
podcast?
Oh,
I remember
yes,
this
you
story.
did. Now I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. It
We
was
were talking about mom overrides.
right. Yeah. I was just like, I know this. I feel like I have, but it was a while ago.
I think it was when the podcast got restarted.
Was it really? It was that
I think so.
I think it was then. That's been a few weeks.
I'm gonna send a picture of Kiki because she's doing a really cute, stupid thing.
I love cute, stupid things.
And of course, it's also going to go on the podcast.
Well, yeah, of course, that's why I thought it. Oh,
We
hey, you
need the
moved.
cute, stupid things.
Yeah.
No, go back to
No.
laying down. No, you bitch.
She knew.
Yep.
She knew.
Bitch.
Yeah, that's right. The only thing I
Go.
remember about outdoor school was
Where'd you even go?
The
Oh,
chickens.
well, I remember the chickens, but
Yeah.
I remember doing the manhunt game
Man,
Aw,
in the
yeah.
big ass field, and it was the most dope shit when you were like a kid
Mm-hmm.
and you have this giant fucking expanse of land, and you send a bunch
Yeah.
of kids out and just go ape shit.
Oh, yeah, I think
Yeah.
one time
It was
we
a
did-
predator versus prey,
Yes, that's what it was.
One time we did something
and you actually
similar
had to
with,
find the food or die.
Hmm.
I think one time we did the same thing with like what was it? Capture the flag.
Yeah.
Yep,
And
they
then-
had that too.
And then I got lost, and people had to come find me. I didn't realize I was lost. I didn't know they were calling for me because I couldn't hear them.
Yeah, that happened a few times with us. Is they had the counselors and the teachers that were with us with walkies so that they could start calling from the back of the field forward.
It's like something out of like Jurassic Park. Just-
Yeah.
Yeah, except those people were also natural disasters. So if you walked up to them, you could have gotten a good thing, or they could have taken one of your lives away.
Yeah. It turns out letting somebody who has no sense of geography or direction at all ever go out on their own into a wooded area, probably not a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably not a good thing. I know when we did it, there was a tree right on the edge of the field, so I could see the cabins and all that. And it looks like the tree comes straight to the ground, but there's actually a small alcove underneath, so I got everything I need. I got all the food, and I just dove under the tree.
Nice.
I waited under that tree for an hour.
How long before somebody came to look for you?
Oh, no one. I waited under that tree for an hour, and then when they called, I bolted so no one could kill me.
Oh.
So I lived.
You pulled the chipmunk game.
Yeah, I was hiding under. I saw someone that I had made friends with too, and they were because we were prey. The prey only had 5 lives, and the carnivores had to get prey lives
Yeah.
to live because that was their food. Yeah, we had to go collect cards in the woods, guys.
Nice.
I called. They were quite small like I am, and I'm like, dude. And I was calling them because I'm bad with names, so I couldn't remember their name. And they spent 5 minutes of me just kind of like whispering, trying to get their attention so they could come hide under the tree with me.
And they failed.
Yeah, they started looking, and then my calling attracted
Oh.
someone playing a carnivore, and I shut up, and they ran. I was like,
Suddenly I'm getting Hunger Games vibes.
It was
Yeah.
pretty
it
much.
was
Hunger
very
Games.
Hunger Games vibes
There's
because
a boomy in a bag now.
because it would be the carnivores would gang up in packs so that they would manage to catch at least one prey.
Of course.
It was terrifying. It was great though. It
I'm
was a
sorry,
great fun
I'm a
game.
little bit distracted because there's a booby in a bag now.
Boomy
I
bag.
think we had something similar at my elementary school. It wasn't necessarily like
He's out of the bag.
an outdoor school per se, but it was more so like for the grade 5s, like they spent a week and they went off. For us, we went to a ranch. I can't remember what the name of it was called, but that's like where we went like canoeing. We did horseback. We played with a shit ton of chickens and like did archery and shit
Guys
like
gotta
that.
do horseback.
Yeah, it was great. I still
we did
remember
it-
my horse's name. It was Buttercup.
Oh.
Aww.
was adorable.
Yeah.
We did have a farm up there, but it was like you have chickens and ducks and some pigs.
Yeah. Yeah, and
You'll
of
have to
course I was
excuse
in
Devin for a second, he's
Cub
getting the
Scouts
cat
as
out of
well
the
when I was
bag.
younger.
Yeah.
See,
Those were fun times.
I went to 7 different schools and I was also poor. So,
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
didn't get to do
true.
any of those things.
I don't think we had to pay for outdoor school. I think that one was a government funded one.
Yeah, I think it was the same
Most-
for us as well.
I spent most of my I lived in Ontario from like 9 until like 16, so
Yeah, I think that was specifically a Lower Mainland thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to deal with more like bears and wildlife out here than you do in cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can literally walk for 2 minutes. I can end up in the woods right now.
Yep.
I did have a deer outside my front yard once, though, when I was living in Cassidy on the island.
Aww.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was watching him, and then my brother came up to the window and it scared the buck off. I just remember it had
Yeah, it's
really big horns.
It's always
Antlers,
funny,
whatever.
like, talking to people, like, on the island. It's like, oh, but you see so many deer and wildlife and everything. It's like, yeah, they're assholes and they eat everything.
They
Oh,
are.
yeah.
Yeah, deers are
They are
assholes and they
shit
It's like,
everything.
disturbers.
they're pretty to look at, but God forbid should you be trying to grow anything. Yeah, that's the end of that.
Oh yeah, no, the I remember the neighbor next door, like, there were always deer over there, and they were just like, yeah, no, we fucking hate it, go away.
That moment
Yeah.
when you start sympathizing with the hunter from Bambi.
Or
Right?
even, no,
No.
Except not really, because that
It's-
guy was hunting illegally, but
no, the worst part is always when it's like, people are always going on about how, like, oh, cute, I would love to have rabbits in my front yard, and I, as somebody who lived on the island where they grow rampantly, it's like, no, you would not.
No, you don't want that.
No.
You actually don't want
They
that.
are pests. They are very cute pests, but they are pests. And it's all because people release their fucking pets.
yep.
And also probably some of them are wild, but
Some of them are wild, but it's very, especially if you go to Stanley Park, you can see which ones are wild and which ones are very obviously store-bought pets.
well, yeah. I mean, you don't get random like lops and Netherland dwarf rabbits and all those other things. Yeah, those aren't native to here.
That, and also, like, yeah, let's say, like, somebody, like, releases their pet rabbit. That rabbit finds a wild rabbit, they shag.
No.
They...
No,
they would
that's,
get
um,
killed.
Oh, do they
No.
not do that?
No, they're more likely to be
Um,
killed.
They're more likely to be killed, but with the... Here they can do that because they can find other rabbits to their species.
Oh,
That
that's
has actually
true.
happened in Stanley Park.
Yeah.
But rabbits are like... Rabbits and hares, even though they look identical, are technically different animals.
Yeah.
And I think what we have here natively are hares.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
And also, I think bunnies are also different from rabbits.
I'm not
think.
sure about bunnies and rabbits, but I think bunny is just a cute name for hares and rabbits collectively. But I know rabbits and hares are actually 100% on different specs of the
Yeah.
evolution chain. They cannot breed,
Yeah.
even though they look identical.
I mean, basically, Watership Down is more realistic than people give it credit for.
Ow. Ow. Ooh. Oh no.
Kira remembers
No.
the trauma of Watership Down.
Yeah, they remade it on Netflix, remember?
Yeah, it was really good, actually.
Yeah. No.
The CGI was a little wonky, but, you know, it was a TV thing. What do you
Yeah.
expect?
It was some wonky CGI,
Yeah.
but that's expected.
It was a really good cast in it, though.
I couldn't finish watching it.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, no, sorry. Bunnies is just a term of endearment towards.
Yeah,
mostly
it's,
to
it's like me
rabbits.
going kitty.
Yeah.
I just noticed. I'm sorry, McBride. I'll turn it down now.
Oh,
Hmm?
yeah. I just noticed that as well. I heard that.
Hmm?
It's okay. I might be able to get it out.
No, my microphone was... Something happened to my microphone. It unplugged. When it unplugs, I have to reset all the settings. Didn't notice it reset the volume on my mic settings, so it's going to be very loud for people. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't notice until now, when I noticed that I kept peaking and I was trying to figure out why.
And the cats go zoom.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, cats do that. They go zoom zoom.
Yeah.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
I can smell the I'm cooking dinner, by the way, at the same time.
It's only 2:30.
I'm making a stew, and I've been letting it
Ah.
simmer since 11,
Fair
That'll
and it's
enough.
gonna
do
be
it.
ready at 4.
What kind of stew?
It's okay. So right now it's just what is in there besides like spices, and the liquid
Stock.
is just beef and onion
Okay.
and garlic. There's one or two jalapeno pieces to add a little kick to the broth, because it's just the broth cooking.
Oh, you said pieces.
right now, really. And there's also, but for spices, I've got Red Robin seasoning salt. I've got steak seasoning. I've got a whole lot of garlic. And honey. I put honey in it because
Ooh.
Nice.
it tenderizes the meat, so it becomes even softer. But it gives the broth a little bit of sweetness.
And
Yeah.
it tames the spice a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It makes it helps against if I put too much jalapeno, it will even out.
Nice.
I've already cut everything into little bite-sized chunks. And I've got potatoes, celery, and regrettably carrots. I hate cooked carrots.
Really, I always
was-
prefer carrots when they're like the soft stew kind.
No.
No, I don't like stew. I like soup.
Yeah, and I'm also going to be putting those baby corns
Ooh,
that are actually corn.
Yeah.
Those things are going in there.
I love baby corn. It's so good.
Could our cats calm down? Oh, there we
Never.
go.
Doesn't that sound amazing, guys?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. I actually made dinner
Yeah,
yesterday.
5 hours. I made dinner yesterday as well.
Yay.
I made chicken pesto. So it was like chicken. It's like a baked chicken dish. Chicken, pesto, tomato, and then layered in cheese and in the oven for like an hour.
Nice. I did baked mac and
See,
cheese.
the best part about autumn is soups and casseroles.
I don't like casserole.
Well, when I say
thing against
casserole,
casserole.
I mean more like tuna casserole and like like the mac and cheese and stuff like that. I consider that like basically anything
Mac and
that you would
cheese,
cook in
okay.
a casserole dish.
I mean, yeah, that whenever I
do-
did casserole, it was just mac and cheese and whatever meat we decided to throw in there, if any.
Usually ham.
Okay. That's fair. That's an acceptable casserole. No,
yeah, traditional
because
casserole,
I'm
like,
not
no.
working. No one wants that. Because
Shepherd's
I'm not
pie.
working, the new deal is either depending on if it's done right.
I don't know.
I've seen so many shepherd's pies done wrong.
Also, I say shepherd's. I guess there's actually technically a difference between shepherd's pie and some other pie. Shepherd's pie is usually with lamb. We use beef, so I don't remember what that
Yeah.
one's actually called.
Yeah, it does have a different name.
Cottage pie.
Mhm.
That's what it is.
Cottage pie.
But we just call it shepherd's pie. But
Oh, by the way, to reiterate what I said in case my pronunciation is wrong, and Chris is not the only one in there. 1 or 2 pieces of jalapenos, not jalapeno pizzas.
yeah, that's why I was very confused. I was like,
I did not throw a slice of pizza.
why is
Although
there
that would've been
pizza in your
hilarious.
stew?
No, I've got like a jar of pickled jalapenos slices, so I threw a few pieces in there.
Yeah, that's why I said, oh, you said pieces.
Pieces. I know. I've noticed listening back on these and editing Zelda. I need to learn how to enunciate better.
That's okay. Hopefully we finally got the estimate back for I don't know if I've actually mentioned this on podcast. I probably have. We got the estimate back for what it's gonna cost to fix my teeth, and so hopefully within the next couple weeks I won't have as much of a lisp.
Oh,
Because I'm getting my front teeth
yay.
repaired.
Huzzah!
Woo!
It'll be
That's gonna be
weird
a
because it's
bitch.
been like a year or so since I developed a bit of the lisp, and it's just been getting worse and worse.
Eh.
Nobody
I
notices it
just-
except me, really, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know because I have enough people that are foreign around me that I talk way too fast, and I think I have a prominent Canadian accent. At least I'm told I do.
I don't know. I don't hear it.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't tell either. I've been told the same thing, but I got told by, like, someone
I got
who
told
like
by
was visiting from the
foreigners.
East Coast. And it's like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
no, the East Coast has a really thick accent. What the
Yeah.
fuck are they talking
We
about?
don't talk about the East Coast accent.
I mean, actually, McBride, I can actually hear
Fucking newfies.
the Canadian. Yeah, it is kind of hypocritical to be like, "Oh, hi, Jeeba, do you sure have a huh?"
Oh, how's it
Have a
going there,
big accent
bye?
there.
oh yeah,
no.
no,
How's it going there, bye?
just like that, the Canadianisms. Oh yeah, no, sure, right.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have a really pronounced accent.
No, I used to have
The best way to find out is to go find a foreigner.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Or
used
go
to
to a
have.
foreign place.
I used to have like
and
my
ask.
English friends would make the fun of the way I would say about because it would always sound like I was saying about instead of about.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
But also
Anything about.
the way I would say bagel. For some reason, with the way, everybody's always commented on the way I say bagel, and I'm like, I just say bagel. I don't know what
It's
the fuck-
bagel.
It's
It's
bagel.
bagel.
It's like
That's
you
a
know,
that's a
it's not like
community
egg,
episode
it's
right there.
Egg. It's bagel, not bagel. I don't-
Bagel my ego.
Ego,
don't
my ego.
It's the Bengal situation all over again.
No, the Bengal
Bingo
situation
bangle.
was far worse.
Bengal, bangle,
And
bagel.
it's funny because the way you put it down, as the way you wrote it down in the title, was not the way that I would have written it down.
It's funny because I wrote it down first, and then I noticed it had like the little red squiggly line underneath, and I'm just like, oh, it's not spelt right. All right, well, I did that. and then...
Like, because the way you did it is like, because Bengal to me, the way with the harder A, is the bracelet. Bengal to me is cat, and you did it the opposite way.
Because it may, okay, I'm like seeing it in
We're
my
back on
head,
this.
and like the way that you're saying it as well. Because like for me, yeah, Bengal is the bracelet, and then a bangle is the cat.
Yeah, it's like
No, guys, the cat is BE.
yes.
I know, but
And-
it's like just how it's like said, at least from like what I've heard and like how I'm hearing it in my head. It's just like, oh, it's a Bengal cat.
But it's
But
it's a Bengal
it
cat.
adds to the hilariousness of we don't know what the fuck.
Exactly.
None of us know what the fuck we're saying. We're just doing the best we can, okay?
Yes, we're
Very
trying
true.
our
Yeah.
best.
At least the one
We're trying
thing
our
we can all
best.
agree on: English language is a bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
don't.
English language was created by pompous assholes so that only the rich and educated could understand the rules, and it would take years to master.
Oh,
and that is
yeah.
why English is actually a terrible language.
Well,
Yeah,
do you know
it's
why
horrible.
there's a B in debt?
There's a
Yeah.
being what?
Do you know why there's a B in debt? Because it comes from the
No.
Latin debitum.
Oh.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we
Jesus.
take too many things from other languages
Yeah.
as well.
I took a linguistics course. Do not get me started on the bullshit that is the that is the English language.
Oh,
Okay?
it's such
No,
it's
no,
so
I don't want to.
it's such bullshit.
No, we should legitimately, before I start my rant. How about that game?
How about that game? I do have the game up.
Let's do the game.
Yeah,
Let's
do
play
the
the game, guys.
The game that I
the
am
game-
terrible at.
You still have
You
more
were
points
still
than
in
I.
second.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, don't even get us fucking started.
Yeah, but that's because none of us guessed any of the answers last time.
Yeah.
Last episode, nobody knew anything I was talking about. It was great. I will admit, the song I chose that was obscure was more obscure than anything else. It was hilarious. For those of you who have never heard of the game is a music guessing game. I give people hints starting with the opening or first lines of the songs. And then I start a 5-minute timer. Every minute that goes by, I give more hints or more lines to the song. You get a point for getting the title, you get a point for getting the artist, or featuring artist, or the second title, or if the song has been featured in a movie, if any of those apply. You have 5 minutes, and I start the timer as soon as I forgot if I missed any rules. I think I got them all.
I think that was it,
We
yeah.
know the rules by now.
Yeah.
You three know the rules.
I feel like actually,
I'm sorry.
Trevor, you should, or McBride, sorry, you should put the like from when we
I'd
start
have to write
mentioning
them
the braid,
down then.
you could actually
What?
put the rules up on the screen.
Yeah, I can just like listen through from like this one or the previous episode and just kind of like put them all in a list like as you're saying it.
I think the previous one, I think I actually was reading it right off of the
Yeah,
top of my
so
brain, and it
I'll
was
take
probably
I'll
the
take a
best
listen to that
explanation.
one and put
Yep.
it all in a list.
First one, as always, is a popular song that has been on a Canadian Top 100 chart.
Sometime
opening
within the
line
last
is-
century.
Maybe. You remember the first episode was 85.
I said century,
I could go.
but then it's
Because
obscure.
I think the charts I'm using go back to 1880.
Why?
Cause I have them.
Do they have like? What do they have? Do they have the ye old Despacito in there or something?
I don't. I have not looked anything before
Oh.
1980. I don't know.
It's like
I
these two like 18th century lighthouse keepers. Have you heard the ye old Despacito today?
Oh,
I mean, to be
dear.
fair, you did find that tavern version of Hips Don't Lie.
Yeah, but that's something that was made
Recently.
Recently.
Shall we start?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, the opening line is, "Will you hold the line when every one of them is giving up or giving in?"
Oh, I know
Tell
that.
me.
Uh,
This timer started.
it's Imagine Dragons.
Correct. You have a point.
And that is Natural.
That is correct. You have 2 points. There we go. It has not been used in anything that I can find. So, that are all the points in Imagine Dragons.
And
You got that from just the opening line.
Yeah, do you know
Wow.
why? Do you know why?
Because it's a good fucking song.
That too, but also when I was writing, because I would do a lot of writing, like I would take characters that I really identify with or that I really like and I'd write them. That was the song I had on a playlist for Connor from Detroit Become Human.
Ha.
So
Alright,
I
you
am
guys
very
ready for
well
your
acquainted
obscure-
with that one.
There you go. Are you guys ready for your obscure song?
Let's do it.
Alright. Lines are: Fortune, fortune, smiling fate, I haven't seen you much of late.
Oh, why do I know this?
Because it's also a nursery rhyme. That line I gave you is also part of a nursery.
Okay, it's Barnes Courtney.
Are
Yes,
you
it
fucking
is.
Oh,
kidding
what's
me?
the song?
Oh my goodness.
This
Sinners.
isn't gonna be a good one.
Yes, it is.
Woo! I have
That-
that song on my Spotify. I'm just like, I know that line. Why do I know this?
We
That-
did
that is
fucking
surprising.
good today.
Yeah.
You guys did good.
It was
I
like
told
the
you the
exact
next.
opposite of the last
Yeah,
time.
we recovered from our failure of last episode.
Yeah, last episode was a bad. Not everything was zeros.
yeah. Yeah, no, I was
And
doing...
especially since I really thought you guys would get breakfast at Tiffany's.
That
really
is true.
thought you guys
Especially
would get
Devin.
breakfast
Come
at
on
Tiffany's.
now.
Well, to be fair,
But it's not. It's based on the movie, which is from like the 60s.
and that
I
is
mean, yeah,
not
that's
at
true.
all my kind of music.
And I've also actually never seen Breakfast at Tiffany's, so...
Nobody has it. Don't. Honestly, don't.
You see, like Imagine Dragons is my taste in music, not
Yeah.
not really the Bare Naked Ladies.
But it's not the Bare Naked
No.
Ladies.
No, but that's
I
the
thought it
only
was the
way
Bare
I
Naked
would've-
Ladies.
That's the only way I would have heard it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, that's all the points for this episode of the game. That usually is a much longer segment.
Well,
It lasted like 3 minutes, and you guys guessed
that.
it within 30 seconds of
with
both.
just the
That's
first line.
hilarious.
The best part is you didn't even have to
Hilarious.
continue the moment you said "Will you hold the line?" I was like, I know that song. I just need to
I-
know which Imagine Dragons song that is.
Yeah.
It is an Imagine Dragons song. That was hilarious, guys. So for scores, Devin now is in last place, but
Yes.
you still have a point.
I think McBride's winning.
McBride is winning with double your score, Chris, of 2. McBride has 4.
Yay.
1, 2, 4.
was good. That
I'm
was
just
fun.
proud of myself.
That was good. That was. See, you guys can do it.
That was nice.
You can do it. It's
It just
possible.
depends
You
on
were
if
all-
you
I'm-
get the right taste of music.
So for Barnes Courtney, that was the only one you were able to find a wiki page on?
No, I couldn't find a wiki page for the song, but I found a wiki page for Barnes Courtney.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
doing a while back. I was just going through like just trying to find new people to listen to, and I found like a bunch of British people like Barnes Courtney. There's a bunch of other ones that I found, and it's like, oh, these guys are actually pretty cool.
They're really good.
Yeah,
I like the Barnes Courtney music videos. Those are
I haven't
those are
seen any
hilarious. There's one for I believe it's Glitter and a Gold, where he's just walking through the town singing with his guitar, and it's just him walking
yet.
into the camera. It's hilarious.
I
Ah.
still
Just like
have
it does not fit, and I love
I
it.
still have Natural in my head now. That's gonna be in my head for the rest of the day.
I'm not sorry.
Nor should
have
you
it in
be.
my
It's a
head,
good
too.
Song.
That is also a really great music video.
Because I think my first instinct was Believer, and I'm like, no, that's not right.
No.
It's not that one.
No.
Because I remember this one is different in that this is more going towards the cold side, not the good side.
The fun side. Yeah, that's.
I had very
I'm so
specific
surprised how fast you
associations.
guys got that. That was surprising. I'm
more-
confused.
I was
don't
impressed
know
with
what to do
Big
now.
Brother.
I was like, what do we do now? I don't know.
I don't know now. Usually I have time to think about what to do.
Do you have other extra facts about those two songs then that you didn't get to say?
I closed the window.
Well,
never
all
mind.
right then.
I tried to save you.
Were either of those in any movies that I probably would
No,
know?
they
No.
were not. I
No.
did double check for you. Those two were no movies. I know Barnes Courtney. I was just actually going to read his wiki page, which I believe was he was part of another band, had a whole album recorded with them, and then the record label they had dropped them.
Oh.
Yeah, like that was actually a weird one.
Interesting.
Let's go back to natural because usually these weren't ones I have things on. So I like to tell you guys what chart they were on.
Yeah.
For the year-end chart,
We
it
did
is
2018.
very recent. It is 2018.
I guessed that fucking right. Are you serious?
Yeah. Wow. 2018. There are some 2019 ones, but they are not Canadian. The Canadian Top 100, or sorry, it's called the Canadian Hot 100.
Oh yeah.
They only placed in. They barely made it. They placed in 89.
Holy crap.
Huh.
They did place several times in the weekly chart. They did make it up to number 12 in the weekly chart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Canada has one of these, but there is the decade end charts of the United States.
Oh.
They did place 13. They made it onto the decade end chart.
Not bad.
I'm just
That
surprised.
that
I
is
get-
specifically for the song "Natural," guys.
Yeah.
I'm also just kind of like, because I figured 2018 because it wasn't this year, and it was a couple years ago. But I'm like, it was either 2019 or 2018. I'm like, no, this was 2018.
Yeah.
I think I need to go outside more.
Outside.
There's nothing outside.
Supposedly
I think I need to get off of the internet.
it was actually the college football playoffs anthem this year.
Oh.
I don't know what year. 2019. It was the anthem for college football season for some
That's-
reason, and 2018
Hmm.
for ESPN of college football.
Strange.
Weird.
Interesting.
Weird.
Oh,
Um,
I have a brief thing to talk
Yeah.
about.
Oh no.
let's
Ooh.
come on. Let's make it a big thing.
So I recently am on Twitter, and it's a great and terrible experience because oh my
I'm
god.
sorry.
Like it's funny going on Twitter. I just realized kind of now how obsolete Facebook is. Honestly,
Yep.
like
I still use Facebook.
I still use Facebook
use it-
because I have people like I don't like see in person a lot.
I mostly just use it to look for obscure, like, I actually am the kind of person that clicks on the clickbait articles because I'm bored and I want to read through bullshit.
Oh yeah, I
oh,
read those.
you're
I
part
love
of
those.
the problem.
I'm just like, you know what? I'm bored. I've got nothing to do. Sure, I will read this, I guess.
That and also
I love.
Facebook's getting just there's so much shit about
It's-
Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook
Yeah.
right now. It's just, I'm not gonna
He's
get
a
into
bad
that.
boy.
Yeah,
Anyways.
he's a naughty lizard. But
He's not good enough to be a lizard.
I retweeted a particular piece because I guess it's there was a hashtag going around yesterday called hashtag Don't Remove YouTube's closed captions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it was one of this article. It was a picture of. Well, first of all, they said it's like it helps deaf people. They help people in other languages understand the video, and also sometimes the only funny thing about a video, and underneath it was a picture of someone had closed captioned Logan Paul's
Oh.
apology
Chaos?
video.
Oh, yeah.
Logan Paul. That's
What's his tip?
One
Logan
of the
Paul
two.
or Jake Paul.
Logan
one
Paul.
Of the
Yeah,
Pauls.
Logan Paul. Yeah. For
They're
some
both
reason,
the
I was just
same.
like, fuck. They're both the same. They're both twats.
One
but,
of them's a little bit better.
I
but
mean,
not
one
by
of them's a
much.
little
Well-
worse than the other, but that's besides the point.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just basically
But,
said the exact same thing in reverse.
But somebody had closed captioned his video, and it just says here's a picture of him in the closed caption, and then he says, "There are a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't," and it is puts in parentheses, and he only realizes this now that millions of people are calling him out. And I'm just like, oh my god, yeah, because people could totally just close caption it and
Yep.
then put whatever, and it's perfect, and I love it.
Is that is actually a big point of contention though for people who use closed captions.
It
is that
is.
people will add like silly, jokey things, and the unfortunate thing is that there are people who use these to understand what the fuck is happening, and when you add in all of your other little jokes, some people are gonna not be able to consume the same media that you are.
Yeah.
Like,
I do like the ones though that like, especially when it's a quiet moment with just music, like walking music playing.
yeah.
The silent, eerie music plays.
Yeah.
There
I
is
like those.
A couple years ago, there was a video, I think, of, like, it was an April Fool's video Markiplier did about contemplating a banana, I think it was, for, like, 11 minutes. I don't know why I fucking watched it, but the subtitles for it were, the closed captions for it, which, of a silent video, were fucking hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a real shame when we lose those.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
gonna suck because it's just like,
For
oh
everybody.
well, that, and also it's just it just feels like a big step backward.
And like I need them
is.
sometimes. Like even when I'm like, if I'm not wanting to have a video all full volume, I go to use closed captions, and the videos that don't have them, I'm like, shit, I don't know what's happening.
I also use them because it works on the phone. What it does is if you're scrolling through the homepage,
Mm-hmm.
it will actually start playing the video, have autoplay on, but the closed captions will be playing, so you can actually see what's going on in the video.
And see if it's a video you want to watch.
Yeah, like if it could intrigue you enough to watch the video or not,
It's just
but
like-
you know.
Yeah, and again, like I use
That
them
would be-
to watch videos. Like I don't watch Netflix without subtitles.
There are I watch depending on what it is. If it's obviously not in my language, I need to. But if I'm watching a movie with my brother who is hard of hearing, they're on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like if I'm watching TV by myself, I'll turn them off usually. Although I find Netflix is really bad with their audio, with the how they compress their audio for a lot of things. 'Cause
Yes,
they-
they are.
We were finding when we were watching the new season of Umbrella Academy, and especially as someone who has some experience with sound mixing, it pisses me off because I'm like, these are professionals, and their work is being well.
Are you sure?
Well, here's the thing: is that their work generally it's not really that great a representation of their actual work because Netflix, with the streaming, compresses their audio really terribly. So, there's a lot of issues where it's like the dialogue is really quiet, and then the music comes on and it's fucking loud. So you're just constantly riding the volume, and it's like, yeah, that's not good audio design.
No.
That's actually the opposite of good audio design. You're supposed
That
to
is the
understand everything.
And it's like, yeah, because like with me, like I have audio processing disorder, and I know we discussed this before, but it's like I will often have to, like, fucking audio calls are the worst, like, because I have to, like, I don't even really realize I'm reading people's lips, but like I'm like, even though I don't like making eye contact with people, I'm always like looking to see, because it allows me to understand a little bit better. It still takes me sometimes, like I'm a freaking 2012 computer trying to figure out what the heck is going on the screen, but with I'm at a severe I'm at a pretty bad disadvantage without subtitles sometimes, and God forbid the poor deaf community.
God, yeah.
Well, that must have sucked for you because normally, especially even in person, you can't see my mouth. You're usually immediately beside me or I'm behind a screen.
Yeah, like if you're beside me, that's not usually that bad because I can sometimes understand what's going on, and even if I can't
You can
understand,
feel the rumbling of Kira talking.
and even if I can't exactly
Brr.
understand what you're saying, I can usually get the gist of it, or it'll usually cause those events where we're playing D&D and I have a misinterpret. That's usually what happens when I misinterpret what's going on. It's because I think I understood what was said, but I missed some key details and I didn't even know.
That and Discord's also really bad when it's like, oh,
Oh, I
hey.
mean in person.
Oh.
And also in Discord. But
Discord just
Discord is-
amplifies the issue because it's just like, oh hey, we're gonna have our audio cut out for a split second
And I
over
don't
the
get
really
any
important
facial,
part.
I don't get any facial cues. I don't get to see what's going on in the face. I don't get to read the lips to see if there's anything I miss.
No.
No, I'm just fucked and gotta hope that I know what's happening.
It's why I want to go
You
back to
can't-
playing D&D in person, but we can't because
Well-
people are
Nope.
being fucking
we
stupid
have a table.
and not wearing their fucking masks.
Yep.
Oh, and
I
the
wear my
masks
masks.
are painful too.
I mean, yeah, but
Well, no, for working
oh
and
yes,
me understanding people.
yes.
Especially the ones that don't understand their voices muffled and they talk even quieter.
Oh yeah. I'm just like, this entire thing is a nightmare. I didn't realize how much I read people's lips until I couldn't see them anymore.
I need to wash my mask, actually, speaking of those.
Yeah, same here
I need to
actually.
wash.
Can this
I
plague go
do
away?
I do try to wash mine like once or twice a week.
I just wish the plague would go away. Which, I mean, obviously, but...
Plague, go away, come again
Plague,
another day.
Or don't.
No,
Or
don't come again.
Don't
Don't
come
do
back.
that.
Don't do that. No. God, if I could, I would throw it out the window. But I can't.
No,
Oh,
you
yeah.
throw it
Did
off
we-
the balcony.
Did we do that part of our intro? I don't think we did this time.
What?
Your throw it off the balcony.
Throw it off the balcony. I haven't done that in a while.
Well,
You
no,
did.
because
You
we
did
don't.
last time.
Well, we don't really have a balcony anymore.
Well, no, but you
I don't have a balcony.
You throw it somewhere.
We have a metaphorical balcony.
No.
Yeah, I've been going instead with random jokes at the beginning and naming you as different things,
Yep.
like colors,
Yeah.
or spiraling into uncontrollable rage,
Yeah, one of the two.
which is me, because just before this I was playing Minecraft and it crashed.
Oh no.
It was very sad.
Oh yeah.
Very sad for the crash.
See, I was just watching technique videos on sword fighting and archery.
Ooh, that makes me think of a question, guys.
Question
guys,
away.
all of you, in your guys' opinion, best sword fight. Go.
Mine.
Ooh.
You assume I've seen a lot of things with swords.
I mean,
Okay,
maybe
are
it's
we
kind of a
limiting
thing.
to just like metal swords, or are lightsabers included in that as well?
Lightsabers are absolutely included.
They as much as
Okay.
I hate swords, they are a sword-like utensil.
Yeah.
They are light.
It's
is
close
true.
enough.
They're literally
Tis a
plasma
light
swords.
sword.
It's a laser. I mean, they do call them a laser sword at
Well,
one point.
saber
so.
that
is
is
another
true.
term for a sword.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for me, I'd have to say the fight between Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Obi-Wan.
Oh yes, that one was good.
That was a good one.
I probably, honestly, just for the pure humor of it, The Princess Bride.
Yes, Princess Bride.
That was a good
Yep.
one.
Although it's
Honestly, I might have to go Pirates of the Caribbean for this one.
yeah.
Yep, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
my second would be Ahsoka and Maul in the animated series.
Yeah, that one was just insane.
Yeah. That yeah.
Yeah.
For I'm thinking, I can't remember exactly which one, but I know it's near the end of the third movie.
Oh, is it with
Like
where they're on
it's
top of
one
the ship?
fight scene in the specific fight. I think so.
Yeah, it's the one where Jack fights Davy Jones on top of the
Yes.
On the mast there?
Yes.
yeah, on the
Yeah.
mast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
sorry. That's just great.
Yeah, that was awesome. So I'm trying to think of
Choreographically horrid,
Oh,
but
yes.
it's amazing.
Yep.
I love it.
Sometimes the thing is that sometimes like some stories don't need like the to be technically perfect if it's conveying the story and the emotions you want. That's why I think Princess Bride
Yeah.
is so good.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not meant to be good. It's not meant to be technically perfect. It's a parody. But it's entertaining and it gets the story
Mhm.
across.
Well, that and also the actual choreography in there is actually really good.
Choreography, yes. Technique, no.
Yeah.
I know there was a sword fight in Zorro, the
Oh.
old movie that I love, but I could not for the life of me tell you what scene or when in the movie it was.
Yeah.
God, I haven't
I
thought
gotta
about
say,
that in
I-
a long time.
I haven't watched that in a long time.
Yeah, Zorro's I love.
Remember the Zorro cartoon series?
There was a
Oh
one
What?
now.
God.
Yes, I will look that up for you. But yes, Zorro had a
dear.
cartoon series that I watched religiously. Yeah,
Fuck,
you
yeah, now I gotta think of something for me. Oh, I know what mine would be. It's really funny because it's from a movie that's not very good.
No.
But did any of you guys ever see Troy with Brad Pitt and Eric
Yep.
Bana?
Yep.
The sword fight? Well, they use more than just swords, but it's a sword fight between Hector and Achilles from Troy. Where
Yeah.
they fight outside the city. That fight was like
oh,
insane.
Yeah,
Like-
I see what you mean.
Yeah, when they start out with like the spears and then they go into using like the actual shields and
Yeah.
people, and whoever made that fight actually remembers that you can actually use a shield as a weapon. And I'm like,
Yeah.
thank you. It's a
Yeah.
big round,
Ooh, yeah.
kind of sharp piece of metal. Hit
Actually,
someone
some
with
of the
it.
sword fights in the Dragon Prince are really good too.
They are
like-
actually.
And like Amaya uses her shield well.
Ooh, actually, going back
Yes.
to the Clone Wars, that three-way fight between Darth Maul, the brother, and the Emperor.
Ooh, yes, that's a
Savage.
good one.
When Palpatine goes
Oh,
to visit,
right.
Palpatine goes to wreck Maul's shit.
Yep.
That fight was just like, whoa.
Yeah,
I
that
did
was a
did
good one.
find it. There are two, by the way. I was thinking of the New Adventures of Zorro. There was only one season and 13 episodes.
When was it
But-
made?
80 something. 81.
Oh yeah.
When I was little, I watched early morning cartoons, and they were always like really, really old.
Yeah.
I remember staying up late to watch the Looney Tunes show.
Oh, Looney Tunes is great.
Especially
The,
because you.
the other one had 52 episodes, and it was in the year 96 and 97.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Sounds like almost around the time the Antonio Banderas movies came out.
Probably. I think this one this one probably came out with those movies. And
Yeah.
it looks unfamiliar to me. I remember the other one that is way older. I remember that horse.
Yeah.
This horse. I don't remember any of the characters in the other pictures, but I remember that horse. Same with Cyber 6. I remember very little
Cyber
of the actual
6!
show. Cyber 6
Oh,
was
yeah.
amazing.
It made no
Trans
sense,
rights
but
at
it
the
was
beginning.
amazing.
Oh yeah, no. Cyber 6 is a non-binary icon.
Well, that's the
Yes.
reason Cyber 6, it was like... Because I remember watching it with my parents, because we just kind of discovered it out of nowhere. But it was on, like, Cartoon Network at, like, 8 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we were like, why? This is so, like... And then I realized, oh, it's because
Yeah.
of the
Because of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is also actually because I don't think anyone realized that it is it's based off of a comic series.
And
I
the
believe
comic
it is
series,
a manga.
Yeah, the comic series, which is very not family friendly.
I feel
No,
like
it's
we've
not.
talked about this
Also, that is
before.
from Argentina.
Yeah, it is.
That is where the comic series started.
Yep, but the show was animated in Canada.
You know what's
Yes.
funny? You know what's something that nobody ever actually realizes? So, because I know there's also all the controversy of when they, a lot of the things they changed with the Sailor Moon dub in Canada too. Like, for example, they made Zoisite a female when he's actually a boy
Why?
because
Yeah.
gay. No, because
they-
he was
no,
he and
no.
well, that's, there was
No
there
gays.
was a lot of that's basically it because he was with Kunzite or Malachite in the Japanese version, and there was also one of the other later fill-ins. There was a trio of like Fish Eye, Cat's Eye, and something else, and one of them was turned into a girl for the same reason. Then there's the cousins.
Yes,
The
I know.
cousins,
I know
the
well about
homoerotic cousins.
the...
But no, there's also, I don't think this ever came over to Canada, partially because I think they just stopped animating, or they started dubbing over here, and also because way later, there are three, they're not Sailor Scouts or anything like that, there are three,
They are still Sailor Scouts.
are they?
They are still Scalar Scouts.
Oh, okay.
They're the protectors of the Far universe.
You know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about.
Sailor Neptune, Sailor
no,
Jupiter,
not them.
and Sailor Pluto.
No,
oh,
not-
it's not
not
Uranus,
them.
Pluto, Jupiter.
No.
Who are you talking about?
So there are three that are, I think they're like a boy, they're like a pop band or a boy band or something like that. They're star something or other. When they are normal, they are men, and when they are Sailor Scouts or whatever they are, they're female or reverse. I don't remember exactly, but they would actually change whatever they were depending on where they were. And I don't think that ever got dubbed in Canada. I don't even remember.
Oh, the Starlights.
Yes.
The Sailor Starlights. I was like, I'm trying to rack my brain over who you're talking about.
Yeah, like I don't think those ever really came over to, like I don't know if they ever came over, because of the whole, that they aren't always one gender.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, no, they
They are Sailor
cross-dressed.
Scouts, but not of this universe. They are from a different universe.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like they were cross-dressed as men, but were actually female according to the original.
Cool.
Except that in the anime, they were actually fully biological. They literally turned into men.
Yeah,
And they only
their
became female
forms.
when they took the
Yeah,
Sailor Senshi
I've got
books.
the wiki up.
That's what I'm looking
The-
at too.
Yeah, the Sailor
all-
Moon wiki with this wand as a courser. I hate.
Yeah. Well,
I
I'm
don't
on
like
my phone.
this.
So obviously that never came over to
Yeah.
North America.
I wonder how that would have flown in.
Because,
Well,
you know,
no, because
90s America.
this is with Sailor Chibi. Mini Moon,
Yeah, Minnie Moon.
and we never got Mini Moon.
Well, we got Minnie Moon, but we never got her as a full sailor at that point.
Yeah, like I think we touched on it, but we never got it
No.
as a full character.
And also
Um,
because they couldn't handle lesbians and they turned them into cousins. So I mean,
Because
how
that
would they
makes
handle
it.
this?
Well, the thing is, they turned
Yeah,
them into
they-
cousins, but then didn't bother to really edit their scenes at all, so they just look.
Nope.
It's the
They-
same scene.
Now it looks like they're lesbians and incestual.
they look like they're incestual lesbians.
Mm-hmm. But you know,
Insta
it's-
lesbians.
they're just really close. That's
Oh, it's
the,
just it's just Sappho and her friend.
She's just a friend.
She's a very good friend.
She's a
Super
very
friend.
good.
I have rage against that sentence because of miraculous.
your
Ladybug.
miraculous ladybug PTSD arises, and I can't believe that's a sentence I just fucking said, but I said it.
I'm just anger.
Your poor little shipper heart on one side, and this miraculous ladybug going, "I'm gonna kick the shit out of you."
Yeah, we're gonna be We're gonna be 4 people at once, and we're all in love with each other, but we don't know that we're loving each other because we're 4 people, except that we're 2 people, and we're stupid.
It's like the fucking Kingdom Hearts shit all over again.
God, fucking shit, fucking Kingdom Hearts.
We
Fuck that Kingdom Hearts.
attempted to explain the plot of Kingdom Hearts to my parents, who, keep in mind,
Oh.
don't give a single fuck. But
But it was entertaining.
It was entertaining because, like, oh hey, so there's this one person who's actually 4 different people,
But
except
he's
there's
not-
one version of him that isn't actually that version
Yeah,
of him.
but they have the same name.
But they have the same name, except
they're
for this
not the
one
same
person
person.
who is the same person but doesn't have the same name. And there's a person who has the same name but isn't the same person.
And this person's actually been split into 2 people, but when he's together as one person, he's this person who's actually originally this
Oh.
person.
And
That is
then
not the-
somehow Disney characters are in it.
Just because that is not the thing I wanted.
Just fucking Kingdom Hearts makes no sense, and everybody knows it, and it's the best.
I know, I do love it. It's like the fandom thing where it's like, this makes absolutely no sense, but we'll follow it.
But we love it.
Because, like, have you guys ever played Kingdom Hearts?
No.
It is an experience.
It is an experience.
It's terrible, and it's like Venom. It's terrible, and it's amazing, and you get to hear Donald Duck refer to Sephiroth in person. So you can only imagine, it's Sephiroth. I can't do Donald Duck, clearly.
Yeah.
No.
I was like, that was terrible.
I can only do like when he sneezes.
Oh.
Wait,
Let's
hang
hear
on.
it.
I have to take my glasses off. Hang on.
Oh, because you gotta shake the head?
Yep. All right, hang on.
Yeah. Oh.
Good.
Oh, there is a bit though. I remember in the second one where they try to fake you out that Goofy's dead.
Right.
Like and it's the most random thing. You're just walking along with Goofy and Donald and Mickey, and then a fucking boulder comes from the
Rocks
sky,
fall and everyone dies.
and then it just smacks Goofy on the head, and he's very clearly just unconscious. But they're like, Goofy, he's dead, and then
that
just
probably
picture
would
this.
have worked if I was 10.
Yeah, and then picture this. Mickey Mouse but throughout the game, Mickey Mouse
It's
doesn't
Mickey Mouse.
wear his traditional Mickey Mouse garb. He wears like angsty anime clothes
Because it's an angsty anime.
because it's an angsty anime. So just picture Mickey Mouse. There's a close up. Mickey Mouse clenches his fist, turns to the right, and just goes, "They'll pay for this," and just goes on a fucking killing spree.
I wish that was I wish that was a joke, but that's literally
yeah,
what happened.
I wish I was joking, but that's actually what happens.
Oh no.
It's amazing.
I wonder if I can find a gif of that.
I'm confused. as
Oh
fuck.
dear.
I love
Just
it.
do
but I'm
yourselves a
confused.
favor and start with the second one. Holy shit, the first one just will drive you insane.
I'm just going to not
Yep.
add that to my list. How about that?
Do I have a system that I could play them on? Or is it on
PlayStation.
They're all
There's
on
all
the
the
PS4
PlayStation.
actually.
Ooh.
You can get they're actually the full collection of them actually goes on sale quite often.
Yeah. Well, I might
And there's
have
like
to take a
there's like
gander.
5 games and only 3 of them matter, but
Yeah, they've got spin-off games. This isn't one entirely a card game
Oh.
Yeah.
on a game system.
yep, that wasn't the PlayStation, so I can only imagine how that
Nope.
translates to the PlayStation.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know. I don't want to know.
I don't know.
See if I can find
It's-
the gif.
I don't think I want to. No. Just don't. I don't want.
Oh yeah, and there's like a full-on conversation between Barbosa from Pirates of the Caribbean and Pete.
Yeah,
The-
there's also that.
Big Pete
They're like-
from Goofy.
Yes, they're collaborating together.
Oh my god.
It's
But can like
uh,
and just picture the the attempt, like this is what, like 2005 or so graphics, but they're like updated a little bit on the PS4 version. They look a little bit better, but just picture the anime style of Final Fantasy plus the animated style of Disney, which goes together well enough, but then add into that the live action-ish looking Pirates of the Caribbean graphics. It just looks so weird.
No.
oh,
I don't know.
no.
I'm happy in where I am.
And they actually
It's-
like they very clearly have like contracts written out with a lot of like the Disney voiceover people, because it's a lot of like it's the actual voice of Ariel, it's the actual voice of Hades
Oh Jesus.
from the original, and like you know,
Yeah.
James Earl Jones I think is Mufasa. And
Yeah,
Christ.
it's so many like really like talented people. Oh no, yeah, Christopher Lee is in the second
Oh yeah,
one.
that's right.
And I'm trying to imagine somebody sitting down, probably at this point, like
Don't they?
75-year-old
they're also
Christopher
really obsessed with
Lee.
ice cream.
yeah, 75-year-old Christopher Lee, just like, okay, Christopher, and then just try to explain the plot to Christopher Lee. And Christopher Lee's probably just like, I was in Lord of the Rings and Star Wars.
This
This
is the-
means nothing to me.
I found it. I found the gift.
Yes.
I don't.
Oh,
do we
you'll
want
see.
it?
Oh,
Yes.
dude,
Yes, you
we want
do.
it.
Really wants it. Really wants
Hold
it.
on, hold on, hold on. I'm hoping that
Uh.
when I save the GIF, it actually saves as a GIF and got it not as a picture.
The concern. That looks like
Oh.
it's a gift.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
all I can see is just
We'll
pay for this.
No.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what happens.
what happens, though. Just, we'll pay for this.
The dramatic throwing off the cloak and the key
Oh.
around.
I know,
Oh,
I
and
know,
there's-
I know.
There's
Oh my
there's another
God.
there's another
Oh,
bit
no.
earlier on where, because you spend most of the game looking for Mickey, and then you're like with like the wizard, I think, from the Sorcerer's Apprentice, and you're talking, and somebody talks about, well, we need to get into the door to darkness, and you just hear off screen, did someone mention the door to darkness? And you turn around, and Mickey is just sitting there in his fucking like Grim Reaper outfit with the hood
Oh,
on,
yeah,
just
yeah.
standing there.
Don't forget, there's also the whole Pooh and all my friends are dead.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. So there's a side mission in each game involving Winnie the Pooh, because the whole thing is like the anime world is like trying to take over all the Disney worlds. So you got all these like they're trying to corrupt all of the Disney characters. So you just come across Winnie the Pooh sitting in the 100 Acre Wood alone, basically, all my friends are dead. Not exactly like that, but he's like, my friends have all been taken.
Well, they're
I
all
am
gone
alone.
now.
They're all gone now. I'm like, God, this is the most depressing
the
shit.
hell.
And you have to then find all of the
Pages for the.
all the pages for the Mickey for the Winnie the
100
Pooh
Acre
thing.
Woods?
The 100
Yeah.
Acre
Oh,
Woods.
no.
It's just like, oh my God, they take themselves so seriously, and it's so bad, but it's
Oh,
amazing.
I can't stop watching the GIF.
Oh.
Anyways, I think that's about time.
Yeah, I think we went on a
Yeah.
bit of a tangent there, but that's okay.
Holy shit.
All right. So I hope you guys all had fun, because I'm completely lost in this conversation. But I hope don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to hear more of this, subscribe to either us or JKT Gaming, where you can hear me and McBride run around Hyrule with no clothes on
Yes.
and scream.
Yes.
It's quite fantastic.
Are you still running around with no shirt on?
We have no pants on most
Oh,
of the
for fuck's sake.
Most of the time. We still do not have pants on.
Yeah.
But
co-
we
what
have
fla-
decided that Mintha's
Link is a
shirt is
naked
acceptable.
feral child.
Yes. Yes, that is very true.
Yeah.
Tell us,
He's
what
double
flavors are the
cocking
buttons
it.
today?
The buttons, you know what? Let's have some savory things. The like button shall be teriyaki, where the subscribe button shall be honey garlic. How about that? Let's go sweet. Let's go
Ooh.
savory today instead of sweet.
Nice.
So, as always, don't forget to lick the buttons. Promise they're delicious, as always. And if you want to be notified when there's a bell there, you should lick that too. Also delicious. It's mystery flavored. It's got that secret sauce on it.
It's got the secret sauce.
It's got that secret sauce.
Don't think about too hard what the secret sauce is.
Yeah.
Never question the secret sauce, especially if it is white colored. And with that, toodles!
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.